And in the commentary box were Henry Blofeld and David Gower.
Oh, he's gone, Gooch, has he? Yes, he's out, caught behind. There was certainly movement there, but Gooch is reacting as if that came off pad. It is the end of the over, 11 for 1. So,
to opening batsman in his figures and performances recently, and I think Atherton's an excellent player.
That's a lovely shot by Stewart. Sidhu dives over the top of it, and I think that is going to be the first 4 of the morning. Indeed it is. Etonian Henry Blofeld. Oh, there's going to be a run out here. Stewart. What is going on? They are standing at the same end. Stewart made no attempt to get back, and now there is a dispute about who has been run out. The Indians made a complete hash of it. Who is going to go? Alec Stewart waits for the decision, and Stewart is on his way, and he is not happy. Well, that is a terrible tragedy for England. He could have actually got back if he had tried to, because the Indians made a complete hash of getting the bails off. Eventually they managed it, and Stewart is walking off in a state of high dudgeon.
Well, this is worse than losing a wicket to the spinners. This is a real mess. I mean, look, he drops the ball. Nobody, not Atherton or Stewart, made any attempt to get back. If one of them had run like hell to the other end, they would have made it. Either Stewart or Atherton.
The slip in a gully, it's so early in this test match, indicative of the fact that already there is that response to the spinning ball. And that could be out. It's given, yes, Robbie Smith has gone. Very well taken by Kieran Morey. A little bit of bat, a little bit of something else on the way through. Just drop just in front of Kieran Morey, who was sharp enough to take the catch.
Yes, Kieran Morey must have gone for the horrors for that microsecond. He'd missed that throw from Sachin Tendulkar. But fortunately, Emburey was backing him and had clocked that run out. And here again, the ball was popping out of his gloves. That's a good reaction, good quick reaction off the inside edge onto the pad.
So England in trouble, it's 30 for 3.
The Bombay University in the background.
well, that's shot will make Mike Gatting feel much better. Short, wide, and he dealt with it. Finds modern luxury and Edwardian Victorian splendor. It really is magnificent. Oh, well played, Gatting. That's a 4 more of the best. A bit more width.
1991 in Australia. This ball going down, doesn't turn. Michael made 100 with David Gower at the other end making a lovely 100.
Oh, he's gone. That turn found the edge of Gatting's bat. He was caught in no man's land, and England have lost their 4th wicket.
Well, again, that was a poor defensive shot by Michael Atherton. It did turn slowly, but watch how Mike Gatting, apologising, not Mike Atherton, but Mike Gatting tries to turn the ball to leg, and I've mentioned a few minutes ago how he knows the ball is turning away from him. It's dangerous to be turning it against the spin.
Hick, the new batsman.
If he'd have hit direct, he would definitely have been out.
Oh, he's picked that up well, hitting with the spin, and 4 runs. That was a fine blow. He's as relaxed and as in control as it would be possible to be. He's now going to face Raju. And that was a nice stroke too. He didn't have much room, but he made full use of it. 4 more.
Lovely batting from...
Yes, good afternoon, Sonny. How are you?
Good afternoon, Charles. Had a good lunch. Very happy.
It's a lovely shot by Hick. not going to quite go for 4, I don't think. Oh, Raju was rather bottled out of stopping that at the last minute and let it just run on. So it did go for 4.
No, the ball did turn, but not as much on the first day, certainly.
Oh, he's clubbed that away beautifully over mid-wicket. 4 runs. So that was the shot that Geoffrey Boycott was talking about. A shot of power and much-needed aggression for England.
Well, that's good cricket there from Graeme Hick, because you have to attack the spinners at some stage. You can't just keep on blocking. And there are no fielders on the mid-wicket fence. Ball's turning a fair bit. So if you can, then there is a possibility of that top-edge sweep going to hand.
Beautifully struck by Hick. Just short of the ropes. 4 more. He is so powerful and he plays that straight drive. It's again high over mid-on. That's the shot that Geoffrey Boycott was talking about. 3 bounces away for 4. Hick continues to flourish.
Of Kapil Dev in the slips.
That's in the air, and he's gone! Michael Atherton's long vigil is over. .113 balls, and he's gone for 37.
And it is obviously
It's going to be a nervous time, or would be a nervous time for anyone.
Well, I think it's going to be a very big testing time for him.
Oh, that's very close and out. Richard Blakey is gone. Umpire Venkatapathy's finger took absolutely no time at all in pointing to the sky.
Well, I did say very receptive pitch. It turns a bit. It doesn't turn a great deal. So it should be easy to see in the slower trajectory.
Well, that's found the gap as well. That's well played by Graeme Hick. That's going to run away to the boundary.
Of course, if Hick can reproduce for England the form he shows on the county circuit for Worcestershire, it will be greatly encouraging for them. Oh, what a good-looking stroke that was. Beautiful shot. Graceful, elegant and decisive.
and with every delivery.
So the shot for over the top is on. Now there's a shout there, and he's given him! Kumble's finally struck! And Chris Lewis has gone for 49. And England have lost their 7th wicket.
Well, that's a reward for persistence by Anil Kumble. The difference this time, Chris Lewis this time goes onto the back foot. Forced him on right in front of off stump this time. I'm afraid I don't think you can really argue too much with that decision. Previously he'd been forward. That would have been enough to put doubt in the umpire's mind. That one shoots through, the change of pace again, and Chris Lewis is gone.
It's Kumble's trademark.
Oh, and that is a lovely stroke for 4 runs. It's the 3rd peach of a cover drive he's played today. You can't fault that, Sonny.
Not at all. Ball to get it to the boundary.
Hits that away. It's meat and drink for Graeme Hick. Short ball from Anil Kumble, and Hick took full advantage.
That's what he wanted. It's a nice, juicy shot.
Curiously enough, it was against New Zealand at the Oval back in 1978. I went from 95 to 99 all in one go.
And there it is, he's pushed it through the fielder at silly point. Hick has got his 100, he punches the air, he kept his nerve to the very end, and he has triumphed.
Well, that's wonderful for Graeme Hick. It's a very good start to the day for England too. This the psychological boost that will give both Hick, his supporters and the England team at this stage is immense. That can't really be measured. The important thing now, of course,
He's gone! Kapil Dev makes the breakthrough. A flat-footed swish by Emburey, nicked it to the keeper. And England have lost their first wicket this morning. They're 262 for 8.
The average is just a touch on the disappointing.
Oh, that's a lovely shot by DeFreitas. He's eased that away through the covers. Everybody in Lancashire reckons he can bat a bit, and that shot shows why. Big appeal, and he's given him! Kapil Dev's got the second wicket of the morning. And DeFreitas has gone for LBW.
It's a sort of culmination of all your efforts to get into the Test 11.
That's in the air, but wide of Kapil Dev at slip. A little bit of good fortune there for Graeme. Hick still brings him 4 runs. That's going to be 4. Full toss on the leg stump to Graeme. Hick makes no mistake whatsoever, splits the gap perfectly. Gone for the big one and made good contact. Swings it away over square leg, and that brings up the 300 for England in the 120th over. And it's 4 more to long off to mid off. And now a ring of fielders on both sides. And that's in the air again. That's going to be 4. That's beautifully played. At least it's a well-played slog, put it that way. And 4 more useful runs to Graeme. Hick takes him to 142. And England...
And he didn't play with the bat, the full face of the bat.
Oh, he's picked that up beautifully. And it's 4 runs. He's found the gap. As Geoffrey was saying, such a feature of Hick's innings, hitting the ball into the gaps. Runs to come from. Really all pretty well failed, and from Hick downwards, this score has been built up. Oh, I say he's hit that. Is that going away for 6? I think it is. He picked that up beautifully. 6 runs off Kapil Dev over deep backward square leg. What a fine stroke.
Oh.
Has that gone away again for 6? It was a catch, in fact, there. It was Emburey on the deep square leg boundary through his hands, and it bounced just inside the rope, so 4 runs.
An Indian supporter, and there are thousands here, thousands watching on Prime Sport. I mean, it's just becoming alarming.
It's up in the air, and it's Kapil Dev there. Has he taken the catch? He has, and Hick's innings has come to an end with really a superb catch by Kapil Dev, that running away from the wicket, taking the ball over his shoulder. So Hick is out for 178, and England's innings has come to an end for a massive 347. Made all the more massive when you think...
So here comes DeFreitas to Sidhu, the first ball of the Indian innings. And Sidhu is off with a flourish. He's been watching Hick hand it out all morning. And he hits his first ball for 4. Good start for India.
Has flashed over slip. Graeme Hick got a hand to that. Couldn't get a full hand on it enough to either catch or stop the ball. Goes down as a half chance, but also goes down as 4. Runs here for Sidhu. There's no one at deep square leg. He's found the gap. That's going to be 4. It's the end.
Easy action. Oh, that was a fine stroke. Sidhu using his feet there, and that has got away for 4 runs. That was a lovely shot. Typical Sidhu. When he sees the chance, he's down the wicket in a flash.
Golf, I'd like a bat on this pitch.
Oh, I say that going for 6 runs. That was hit with a flat bat. It was an extraordinary blow by Prabhakar straight away after tee. And although it went for 6, I can't help feeling it should have given Tufnell a little bit of heart.
Should it ever?
He's not been so successful. No wickets in the 1 test match he's played. And there's Prabhakar going again over the top, 4 runs. That was between wide mid-off and over short extra cover. And Prabhakar really playing most handsomely that time.
Doesn't need a lot of bowling, a lot of experience. John Emburey himself only really came through in the late 20s.
Well, Hick being fairly savagely treated in this over by the Indian batsman. He's gone for... That's his 50, and also the Indian 100 up.
Yes, and I says that was a Sidhu special.
A big appeal there, he's gone, caught behind, down the leg side. Prabhakar is out, Hick has struck, and India have lost their first wicket.
At the other end becomes a little cautious.
Oh, there goes Sidhu. It's 6 runs into the stand, bouncing there at the back end of the press box. What a magnificent blow.
Yes, Sidhu must have known somebody whom he doesn't like in the press box over there. He's chosen that spot. Somebody who's been writing that Sidhu should be dropped. That's a magnificent hit. Using his feet beautifully, hitting with the turn. And although there's a deep mid-wicket, because he came down the wicket and so close to the ball, he hit it straight and safely.
Nicely down the wicket, 4 runs all the way. Beautiful movement of the feet, and nice timing too. That's going to run away towards the long leg boundary. And he goes over the top this time, no worries about where the head is. Clears mid on comfortably, and that clatters into the fence for 4.
Too wide.
And that's found the gap beautifully. Very talented player, this Kumble. Good time with the ball. He's now taking Hick to the cleaners.
Well, Graeme, Hick,
If he gets it right, if his confidence is up.
He's given him. Well, umpire reporter spent a long time giving that decision. But it's a bat and pad catch, brilliantly taken by Smith. And Tufnell has got the breakthrough.
and exactly what I mentioned, that Philip Tufnell drew the batsman Sidhu forward. That's where he's going to create most difficulties for the batsman, getting them on the front foot lock. The ball then goes quickly, bat and pad, nice neat catch by Robin Smith, and that's the start for England.
So, down the ground, high in the air. Navjot, is this going to be out? Oh, he's dropped it! He got hands to it, and it's gone over his head and away for 4. Philip DeFreitas had a chance.
Sachin Tendulkar, a man of immense promise, playing his 24th Test match at a very early age. And again finds the gap. That's nicely timed, perfectly placed. Graeme Gooch can't cut that off. And Tendulkar already in full flow.
bit better, but that's going up towards the straight boundary. A lovely shot by Kumble. It's not going to go for 4. But they're very quick. New ball has produced 11 runs. 15 runs. That was hopeless. It was a short, it was a long hop, and to a batsman with the gifts of Tendulkar, it was like falling off a rope.
As to how they should bowl differently and try and make inroads into the Indian batting, and that's why we're seeing DeFreitas come around the wicket to Kumble.
Well, a short one, that's 4 runs. That was the most handsome of strokes. It was short, he hit it quite beautifully.
To crack it off the back foot with his feet up in the air or 1 foot in the air.
Well, he pitched that up, and it's 4 more. That was a blue-perfect cover drive this time. DeFreitas can't understand it. Another moment of magic, and just listen to the crowd.
It's beginning to look a little twitchy to me, Sunil.
And there it is. Bombay rises to one of their favourite sons. As Venkatapathy gets to 100.
And his goal chum, Sachin Tendulkar, who's already got a few hundreds to his name, out there to congratulate him. And it's been a fine knock indeed. And a terrific way to get to his 100. A late cut. And look at the invasion.
Firecrackers and an invasion from the fans.
But his greatest strength.
Well run, there's the 50. So something else for Bombay to stand on their feet, to wave and to cheer about. It's been marvellous. Campbell has played most of the strokes today, but the one I shall remember was Tendulkar's force through the covers, drive off the back foot against Lewis in the second over of the afternoon. That was my...
Clubs can hire the grounds for their net practice either in the mornings or in the afternoons.
Oh my goodness me, that was lovely, wasn't it? It was short. Tufnell tried to give it air, didn't give it quite enough. Campbell saw it so quickly, and goodness me, hit it for 4. Hit it many a mile.
You got your test wickets. Oh, that is very close and out. Tufnell has struck back. Tendulkar is out. LBW goes, and Tendulkar out now for 78.
Great relief there for Philip Tufnell. Eventually, after lots and lots of hard work today, he struck and got another wicket.
Subcontinent seems to throw up good young players at such a relatively early age. You look at Pakistan, you look at India here. And these players do seem to mature remarkably quickly. Oh, full toss there and hammered away by Kumble. Story of the series as well.
Here's Lewis. Oh, I mean, look at that. What can you say? He found the gap. It's 4 runs. There's no point out in chasing that one. For this series, you might have been out there fielding now.
You might have had to do an awful lot of fielding, Henry.
You can say that again. Oh, it's in the air. It's gone away wide of Hick at second slip for 4 runs. Through the minds of the bowlers, but the batsmen, there you see them, Azhar on the right, Kumble on the left. They must think it's Christmas again. Oh, I think that's out. It is. It cut back into Azharuddin from Lewis. He was back on his stumps, and he was plumb.
And what did you make of it?
Well, from where he bowled, when they play back in India, there's always the thought that you always get the impression the umpires are going to give the batsman out. Nice, good shot there. Those are the sort of shots he played yesterday. Full straight back at the ball.
Lovely shot by Venkatapathy. short and outside the off stump, and cut away for 4.
Some fine chablis on the table to help wash down some lovely food. Thanks very much indeed from myself and, of course, all the others in the box here who are also able to be present. That's over the top. Not quite off the middle of the bats, but it's still going to run away for 4.
Emburey.
Gooch and Tufnell, all sorts of headaches. They're trying to stem the flow of runs on the offside here. There's 3 men trying to save the 1. There's 1 man out in the deep. And that's going to be 4 more. 3 in succession now for Pravin Amre. Well, that's found the gap. That's 4 runs.
Playing, the opportunity's there to go on and get 250, not just 200.
Well, there it is, steering that down to 3rd man. Kumble has got his 200, and well, what a tremendous achievement. His first Test 100, and he really has rammed it home. He's scored 200 just for good measure. The crowd, look at them, that tells its own story. Kumble, a very proud young man.
And that really will be sweet for him, because he's had to live in the shadow of his friend and colleague Tendulkar. Been playing Test match cricket and having a lot of success, a lot of publicity for the last 3 years, and finally he's actually got into it.
But I'm afraid it hasn't brought him much result in this match. Bowling now to Emburey, who sweeps, and that's found the gap. It's 4 runs. Goodness me, he hit that ball well. He really is timing the ball beautifully, this young man.
Yeah, it's nothing much the bowler or the captain can do with that. It brings the 500.
Oh, well, that really is an extraordinary dismissal. It gave him a lot of room, Amre. He went back, he didn't hit it very hard, and gave DeFreitas a very easy catch, square with the wicket at cover point. Well, England have had a bit of luck at last.
Yes, indeed, and the wicket taker again is Graeme Hick. Slow spin ball, short of the length. He had that much time to hit it anywhere, and he just sliced it off the face of the bat for a simple catch to point.
590.
You see, the pace is so slow like that. And it's just a fraction short from Graeme Hick. And Kapil Dev has just come in. He's had time to stand up, wait for it, and just cuff it away.
And oh, it's a splendid shot in the air, lofted safely, first bounce for 4. Gatting was at long off, he hit it wide of Gatting. What a fine stroke.
It's Kapil Dev who's on strike now, and here comes Chris Lewis to bowl to him. Cut away. Nobody will catch that. 4 more. Kapil scoring at over. Well, that's one possibility, I suppose. And this is Emburey. It's in the air, and he's gone. John Emburey has finally taken a wicket, and Kapil Dev has gone for 22. And John Emburey. Lewis is getting under it, and he's taken it. So Moray has gone for 0. John Emburey has picked up 2 wickets in 4 balls, and with the cries of Geoffrey Boycott in the back, we've got him on the run. John Emburey can't believe his luck.
224. That's in the air and out. Vinod Kambli finally goes, caught by Mike Gatting in the gully. And what a fine knock this has been.
Well, it's better thought for Chris Lewis. He really has bowled well for England. He deserved that wicket, as I mentioned. But even so, this young man's been the hero of yesterday and today with an absolutely world-class innings.
All of Bombay can be justifiably very, very proud indeed of their new young hero. This is the way he went, wide of the off stump, and brilliantly caught by Mike Gatting, flying away to his right. India now 563 for 8.
To celebrate about at the moment.
He's gone for that, and that has gone a long, long way. That's 6 runs, right over the head of Graeme Hick at long on. Oh, now Chauhan goes for it. Hick is underneath it, but it clears him, and that's 6 more runs. Try and deposit him in the stand as well. I don't suppose it'll be long before Kumble is looking to come down the wicket. But he's gone over mid-wicket, hasn't quite middled it. There's a man out there, Atherton, and out. Phil Tufnell strikes. Mike Atherton has caught Anil Kumble. India now 9 down. Chauhan now on strike, the ball that's dismissed. Anil Kumble carried so far in the air, the batsman crossed. There comes Chauhan. There's another chance to Mike Atherton. 2 in 2, makes no mistake whatsoever. Phil Tufnell strikes twice in succession to wrap up the Indian innings, and they are now all out for 591.
As the England openers try and negotiate these few awkward overs before tea. Prabhakar again to Stewart. Oh, and that's a nice stroke. It's a chase for Sidhu. It's going to be very much nip and tuck. I think my money's on the ball. Yes, the ball crosses the rope.
With the non-striker or the partner. Didn't necessarily have to be cricket.
Oh, is that out? Yes, he's gone. Stewart has gone. He's LBW. Umpire reporter had no doubt about that one. And so England go into tea in the worst possible way. They've lost their first wicket. Stewart, LBW to Prabhakar for 10.
And and it certainly didn't start very well for England.
Bowled him. It's a slower one. The middle stump has gone, and England's captain, Graeme Gooch, is out, bowled most comprehensively by Manoj Prabhakar.
What a beauty, an absolutely classical slower ball. You won't see one better than that. Bowled, deceiving the batsman, one of the best batsmen in the world, the #1 batsman in the ratings at the moment, an absolute beauty.
Oh, and he's gone, Atherton's gone, he got the edge there, Murray has snaffled it. England in deep trouble now, they have lost their 3rd wicket.
Well, I did say that Michael Atherton didn't look that comfortable to me. This is a short ball by Prabhakar. He bangs it in, it gets up, he could see it all the way, but he seems late in playing the shot, does Michael Atherton. Very late, I don't...
Oh, lovely shot by Robin Smith. 4 runs. Swept away by Gatting, little bottom edge. Don't think anybody will catch that. So that's 4 to Mike Gatting. And England got one in. Robin Smith likes to attack that sort of ball. As I say, normally speaking, you tend to look at the boundary fence to see it blasting a hole in the picket. Nice shot by Mike Gatting. Doesn't bother to run. The minute he hit it, he knew it was 4.
I heard just one noise.
And that's a good stroke from Gatting. That'll relieve his feelings. It was short, it asked for it. Well played. Well, that's another good shot. 4 runs. Sidhu's not going to catch that one.
Well, top spinners and googlies. His leg spinner is a very slow type, loop leg spinner. You can see it if you carefully watch for it.
That's a beautiful shot from Mike Gatting. Fuller delivery there from Anil Kumble. And dispatched with the absolute minimum of fuss.
The spinners.
Well, that's flown away, I think, off the glove. They're coming back for 2, and it'll be interesting to see whether that is runs. Yeah, no sign of any leg byes or anything like that from umpire Venkat, and that is Robin Smith's 50, his second 50 of the series.
Tied.
Oh, and Kapil's let that go, zipping through his legs. Bad misfield, and Gatting's got 4.
Well, that's the sort of fielding by Kapil Dev which will quickly dishearten the Indian bowlers. He made a misfield earlier on, and that's sloppy. Look, he's never really got down to it. That's interesting for the spectators and players. Look how many men are here. 5 people in catching positions. So if the batsman does hit the ball, there are plenty of runs around.
Oh, and that's going to rush away as well. Agonised shouts from the close-in fielders. There was a little nick on it. 4 runs to Smith.
Well, I think it was...
Down the wicket. Kumble at mid-off. Doesn't get down to it. So Mike Gatting gets 4. Oh, chance. And the finger goes up. Mike Gatting is out, stumped by Emburey. The Indians have struck back. And that's brought our man in the crowd. The heckler has come to life, picks up his loudhailer, and he's trumpeting the news to all concerned.
Gatting tried to repeat that shot, going down the wicket this time. This ball was not flighted. Chauhan normally very generous with his flight, and Murray, although he fumbled with it, was able to hang on to the ball and get to something.
So England now are
trying to turn the ball at right angles. Look, that's a better shot.
And that's gone away to the series. He made, you may remember, 56 in the second innings in Madras. Oh, and that's a fine stroke too, using his feet. And that's gone away for 4 runs. So a mixed over
this victory.
Chauhan to Hick. Oh, and that's a lovely stroke again. It's going away for 4 runs. And Prabhakar ambling after that one. And Hick's confidence has been there for everyone to see this morning. It's perhaps the most...
I don't think he'll be thinking like he does when Yorkshire play Derbyshire or Nottinghamshire.
Oh, it bowled him! It bowled him! Smith was coming forward, and that ball went right through him, and England have lost another critical wicket. Disaster.
Well, just when he looked in control, he's played a splendid innings. I think just a little lapse in concentration there. Well bowled Kumble, but I just wonder if he played inside that a little bit, just played down the wrong line. Bowling from wide of the crease, Kumble just holds its line a little bit. Very tiny touch of leg spin. We said before, he doesn't turn his leg spinner a lot.
181 for 5. Oh, Blakey's gone first ball. So England have now lost 3 wickets this morning, and Blakey's disastrous batting test career continues.
Well, sad for Richard Blakey. I did call that I thought he'd have difficulty with the spinners. He's not looked very convincing in his other 3 innings. He plays back to Kumble and just plays all around it, look. He plays towards the onside between bat and pad, and the whole lot goes over.
And England now 181 for 6. The glum features of the first man out today. I'm sure mentally he feels he's in jail. Mike Gatting it was. It's in the air. He's got away with it. It was just to the right there of the fielder at mid-off.
Well, this was a risky shot.
Well, I don't like that hole in the middle there, but what an invitation, Geoffrey. You can hardly resist it. Again, that's out. I think, yes, Lewis is walking. He didn't wait for the umpire then. That turned, lifted, found the edge, and Lewis is gone, caught behind of Raju.
He's a slower leg spinner. You've got to watch carefully. It just loops out a little bit slower.
Yes, he's given him out. Hick can't believe it, and I must say, it was quick reacting there by Emburey. He dived in, got a left hand underneath it, and that really is the final body blow for England.
Dreams of a 3-0 spin wash are about to be fulfilled. That's caught. John Emburey is gone. A simple chance to first slip, accepted at ankle height. Well, that's the first time I've ever seen Jeff Boycott drop his money. That's a massive blow. That's gone a long way in the air. And this final act of defiance from Philip DeFreitas brings him 6 runs over long off.
And that's a terrific blow. Hit with the spin. The earlier delivery he had a wild slog, but this time he hit it with the spin and into the stands.
That's going to be out, and that's the end of the 3rd Test match. Philip DeFreitas is stumped by Kieran Morey. The victory that all India has been waiting for has finally taken place. And not surprisingly, the crowd up on their feet, chanting and dancing and waving and cheering. And out on the field, the Indian players congratulate each other in celebration of what has been an entirely clean sweep of this Chance Cup Test Series.
Yes, after 2 barren years, when they had a real hard time in Australia and in South Africa, the Indian team now tasting the victory. Mohammad Azharuddin, the beleaguered captain, he had a lot of critics, but he's answered them with this series win, and he can afford the acquired smile. It's been a tremendous effort.